watch this, you're going to be like so super impressed with this. This is high tech is what I'm saying.
Talk is cheap, it's overrated, my actions speak what I'm actually saying. 'Cause in the end, what you do, that's gonna hang around. I said talk is cheap, it's overrated, my actions speak what I'm actually saying. 'Cause in the end, what you do, that's gonna hang around. Well, I've seen a lot of things. Well, I've said a lot of things. Don't amount to nothing, nothing, nothing. Well, I've heard a lot of things. Well, I've seen a lot of things. Well, I've said a lot of things. Don't amount to nothing. Oh, well, I've heard a lot of things. Well, I've seen a lot of things. Well, I've said a lot of things that don't amount to nothing.
Hello and happy Tuesday. Welcome to Talk is Cheap. We are at episode 140. That's right, 140. How cool is that? I am so excited for tonight's show. We have some people that are in my vicinity, in my area. So I'm in the northeast. So I'm like, where am I again? I'm in the northeast. I don't know where I am. You know how I am with directions. I don't know where I am. Whatever, people. Anyway, in the Rhode Island and Massachusetts area. So that's where we are. And of course, please welcome Chewy. There he is. There's the Chewy cam. Chewy's having his nap because he had his quiet moments. That's right. But that doesn't always matter, does it? We've seen when the quiet moments have not been so quiet. But hopefully tonight he's tired and he'll take a nap and he'll sleep through the show. That's what we always hope for, right? But nope, he's very happy and I'm happy and my little Chewy dog's here. And so if you're here joining us tonight, we'd love to hear from you. Make sure you say hello in the comments. And of course, let me tell you who's on my show tonight, okay? Well, on my show tonight, besides Chewy, of course, we have the scorekeeper. And of course, we have Alex co-producing, helping. But we have Mike Murray is back. That's right, you guys. Mike Murray is back. And for some pro tips, we have Marissa Gonzalez here. She is going to give us some photo tips, you guys. That's right. She's a photographer, and she is going to give us some photography tips. But you guys, that's not it. We have the very funny Chris Tab here. I have been so lucky. I've gotten to work with Chris. I've gotten to work with Mike. And soon we're going to be working with Marissa. So I'm excited about that too. How is your day going? Make sure you let me know. Peter Bianco's here. He says, hi, fellow cheapskates. That's right. Talk is cheap. You guys are cheapskates. That's what you're called. Hey, I didn't make it up. It's just how it is. Tom Hoyes is back. Hey, Tom. Welcome to the show. Michelle says, oh, Chewy. She loves Chewy. And then I'm second fiddle. Whatever. That's okay, Michelle. I'm fine. Leslie Robb is here. Hey, Leslie. Leslie's saying hello. Hey, oh, actually, she's saying hey. Hey, Miss Leslie. Good to see you. Very funny, Leslie Robb. And, oh, hey, Jennifer Hoyes. Glad you're here. Hello, Elizabeth. Elizabeth Young Collins is here. Thanks for joining us tonight. And supposedly, Michelle thinks Mike is hilarious. But, of course, I think Mike pays people to say that. So there's that. Anyway. All right. We are going to start our show. We're going to let Chewy go to sleep, to stay to sleep. That just sounded wrong. It sounded like that sounds very wrong. Anyway. All right. Let's just start the show. Okay. Oh, my gosh. Already. All right. My next guest has never appeared on Talk is Cheap. I don't know why. Maybe been just a little too busy for my show, but whatever. It's fine. I'm not holding a grudge. You may have seen him on BET's Comic View or the Cake Challenge. Have to find out about that. On the Food Network. He's been on NESN Comedy All Stars. He's been the opening act for the roast of David Ortiz. He's open for D.L. Hewley. I am having such a hard time reading my own notes. Monique, Tommy Davidson and Chaka Khan. And there's more, you guys, because, please welcome the very funny Chris Tab, everybody.
Oh, now? We're on. Oh, I apologize, guys.
That's okay, Chris. Chris, how's that? That I'm mimicking.
Yeah. You got to warn me. Say something or Jesus. Get a whistle or a horn or something. Come on.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
How you doing? How you doing, Chris?
Life is good. Life is positive. Life is a beautiful thing. We're on the other side now. So I'm just happy to be anywhere, to be honest with you. We've seen a lot in these past 18 months. So I'm just happy to be anywhere. I'm happy to be on the Roco show. That's what I'm talking about. That's how I know life is good. That's how I know life is good. I found out I was going to be on Talk is Cheap. Listen, I told at least 3 to 4 people. At least.
Wow.
At least. No, you know what I'm saying? And you know how hard it is in Shaw's, right? So I was just going up and tapping people and be like, yo, I'm going to be on Talk is Cheap. No, back up. Keep your mask on. But, I was gaining momentum until they put me out. So I would say there's going to be a handful on here.
It's going to be so many people. Well, Michelle's very excited that you're here. So that's cool.
Obviously. I hope I don't owe her money.
You might. However, all of Chris's follows, you can see him down below. But you can also find them in the feed. So if you want to follow Chris, and you should, he's so much fun. And I saw you today. You're working out. You work out online.
I had to get it in before I came on here to get it in. You know what I mean?
I see.
Every minute counts.
So you worked it out on the treadmill, and now you're working it out here.
Stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
Got it. Ooh, that's
stay
good.
Ready so you don't have to. A very famous comedian once told me, "Stay ready so you don't have to get ready," and I never forgot that. One of the best pieces of advices I've ever gotten in comedy. I can't say I've always heeded it, but stay ready so you don't. So even for Talk is Cheap, I went and got ready.
That's good. That's
what's up.
That's what's up. Leslie, you listening? That's what's up. See, Leslie teaches me all the cool sayings. And so I was saying that around the house for months until my son made me stop. But anyway, I was
saying that's what's up. You were saying that's what's up around the house.
And I was saying that's what's up because Leslie taught me how to say cool things.
And that's is that as good as it got?
No, I don't want to show off.
Obviously, you're holding back right now.
I was holding back.
You're holding back a little bit.
I was. Yeah, I was.
I
understand. It was so good. It was so
I understand.
Good. Yeah.
I got you. Yeah. It's your show.
Yeah.
You can do what you do with it as you wish.
That's why I have a show because this is my only freedom. So, yes, Scott Higgins.
That's what's up.
Scott Higgins says Chris Tab is in the house.
Scotty Higgs.
Scott loves our show, believe it or not. He loves the show. He watched it before Chris.
He's a frequent flyer. Flyer. Unlike who? Unlike
other people who may have not seen my show before. That's all I'm saying.
So what are you saying? You're saying that I'm a first-time caller, long-time listener. I mean, you think I haven't watched Talk is Cheap before?
I don't know. You tell me.
Oh, well, since you want to go there, and I don't know if your daughter-in-law taught you that, since you want to go there, can I run down some of my favorite episodes or moments?
Yes, I would love that.
Oh, because you think I've never seen the show before.
Okay, I want to hear some of your favorite moments, at least
I
two.
told you I've waited for so long to be in the Roco business.
Okay.
And then we did that show in the forest.
Yes, which we will have to talk about when Mike comes on. So
we did the show in the forest for the wilderness people. And I was like, oh, definitely she's going to invite me on the show. Everybody else has been on the show. I'm wondering why I can't be on the show. I've obviously proven myself rugged enough to be in the forest and do comedy with her. But for some reason, I never get invited on the show.
I always wanted you on the show.
And then from out of social media darkness came a note from you saying, hey, Chris, do you want to do the show? And here's what happened that day, Roco. Small tear, like the Indian on the side of the road when the person threw the can. A small tear just slowly rolled down my cheek. And I was like, well, damn. I hope it didn't have anything to do with me threatening her husband. But
I had to build up the nerve was what it was, Chris, because, you're a big star and everything. I had to okay, let me see if I can do it. You know what I mean? Because I was like, I don't know if he's going to want to come on this show,
I was wearing basketball sneakers in the forest. Come on. Listen, I got to tell you about this. So this one episode, the guy's name was Eric Lydon.
Yes.
And it was Cassie Rajewicz. Reginowitz.
Yeah.
Reginowitz. And Joey Callahan.
Yes.
One of my favorite episodes because you guys were just talking shop. You were just talking comedy. And I don't know how much non-comedians got out of it, but you were sort of speaking the language. You know what I mean? And sometimes it's just refreshing to hear other takes. And especially at a point where, we've all watched a million podcasts with, our comedian forefathers who are making billions and doing well. But sometimes you want to hear about other soldiers in the game. You know what I mean? And I wasn't familiar with those guys. And you brought them on your show and you were having some open dialogue, some open, cool dialogue. I that was a good show. I liked that show.
It was a good show.
And Cassie gave some tips for balling on a budget. Oh, I'm sorry, vacationing on a budget. Yes. She gave 3 tips about balling on a budget. So if you guys want to know how to take a trip down to East Greenwich,
that's right.
Less than $64, you definitely want to do that. I like the show with Stacey Kendrow and Courtney Kelly. Kelly, yeah. Well, I know Stacey, so she's good people. She's always just a gang of laughs. I never know what to expect from her. She's the Albanian assassin, so I don't know if she's going to get on stage and do 5 minutes or hit me with a chair. I just don't know with Stacey sometimes. You know what I mean? That was a good show. So this is a bonus. But I watched Tess Scott with the 8 children and cooking 30 meals a day.
Yes.
Yeah,
right.
Because I was just concerned for her. You know what I mean? And I didn't understand. I was concerned because I was like, well, how do you have time to be on podcasts?
No
I mean, obviously you got 400 kids at the house. You need to go cook some meals or something. Yeah. I got to tell you, one of my favorite shows though was oh, hey, this does. I got to tell you, one of my favorite shows was Moth Mouth, of course. My girl Carolyn Plummer told the story about the moth flying in her mouth,
gosh,
during the show, which was
hilarious.
Crazy hilarious. That was a good show. You also Jim McHugh was on that show.
Yeah,
you guys were playing the candy. I got a little lost with the candy game and the I'm saying the scorekeeper definitely has another life on former editions of Let's Make a Deal.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
All of it is true.
When your scorekeeper comes up, it reminds me of the old Wheel of Fortune shows where you used to have to go in the room and pick out stuff like for 200, I'm going to take the Renaissance armoire. and the rest on a gift certificate. Right. So yeah, I have watched Talk is Cheap.
Yes,
Don't
it
tell
seems
me,
like you
bro.
spent the whole day like doing your homework. I don't know. That's
I
pretty
did
awesome.
not spend the whole day. Did you see me on the treadmill?
I did. Oh, you were watching it on the treadmill. That's brilliant. You guys, if you haven't seen Talk is Cheap show, you can keep up. Get on the treadmill and you can just watch all the reruns, just like Chris did today. All right, we're gonna bring up our
Let's
pro
do it.
tips. Are you ready? These are going to be some great tips, Chris. You're going to need these. All right.
I'm always up for
Now,
tips.
All right. Are you ready? She's a registered nurse at South County Cancer Center. And so that's what she just does, on the side. Not really.
Well,
but,
somehow some medical insurance is coming out of this. So I'm glad I'm on this show. Let's go.
All right. She's a professional photographer. She has been for 6 years. She specializes in headshots, events, entertainment, family, lifestyle, studio sessions. But now she's here to help us out because especially, right, comedians need some tips on how to get the perfect headshot. So she's going to be helping us. Please welcome Marissa Gonzalez, everybody.
Mo Gonzalez.
I love it. Thank you.
Mo Gonzalez.
Normally I'm behind the lens. Now I'm in front of the lens. So
yeah.
I'm gonna try here.
Let's go, Mo.
Yes. Well, thank you, first of all, for having me. I'm honored. This is awesome. Like, I really enjoy this. I love that you're doing this. So I just want to say thank you.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, it's no big deal. You know what I'm saying?
No big deal.
I just tried to, try to bring people together. You know what I mean? So I really appreciate you noticing that, Mo.
That's what you gotta do.
I'm not even gonna expect a discount off of my next headshot package.
Let me know.
Yeah, I could add you.
All right, so you're going to give us some tips, and our first tip is.
Yes. So the first tip that I came up with was you want quality over quantity. Okay. I know a lot of comics and even people that are in, different industries, they may have a few, headshots, but I think the most important thing you want to look for is the true quality. You want to find a good photographer, put your trust in that photographer. And they will ensure that you get the best image, the best quality. Now in today's society, we have great iPhones and Androids and great cameras. And I feel like a lot of the time, people, they'll take their own pictures, which there's nothing wrong with that. But sometimes you don't get that clarity. You don't get the best version of that image. So when you're sharing that image and it gets, sent in emails and through social media, you lose the clarity. It starts to get blurred and kind of grainy. So by hiring a photographer, you're getting the greatest equipment, you're getting the lighting. Another thing too, lighting is everything. So as you guys know, when you're on the stage, it's kind of right at you. So you're seeing a direct light. If you're having a light that's casted down, you're going to see more imperfections. So your photographer is able to manipulate the lighting to kind of give you the best quality that you can get, to hide the imperfections. And then if, when they see that image, they can edit those out. So you really do get the best content for your money.
Right.
Definitely. That's my first tip.
Okay. All right. And your second tip is?
My second tip is your backdrop. So some people, I think the best thing to do first. So if you're new to to headshots, I think the best is a lighter backdrop. This is probably the most professional that you can get. It goes great with advertising. It will blend in, and whenever they're deciding, whoever is doing the advertisement, they can take you out of that image. You're not getting the grains and blurs like I had mentioned in the background. So I would definitely recommend first go to do a lighter backdrop. After you've gotten experience with the lighter, you can kind of go more fun. You can do a little color. So yeah, that's my second tip.
All right. And the next tip is?
I think the next tip is the appearance. So with a headshot, for the most part, it's your torso up. So you're going to see torso to head. So obviously the pants, you can wear shorts, whatever. No one's going to see that. So the most important is, the shirt you're wearing. I would recommend wearing something more neutral, less patterns, because the patterns are actually going to distract. So you don't want to distract, but you still want to be unique, and authentic to yourself. So I would recommend a statement piece, for the ladies, if you want some jewelry accents, even guys, if you want to wear a chain or something like that. And you can also do like a jacket or something like that. But you don't want to distract from your profile. Definitely.
Okay, that's good, because sometimes I see what you're saying, like a something too loud,
Yes.
or even something like it has sequins or something.
Exactly.
That's probably not a very good idea to wear, because then the lighting, it'll mess everything up. And
Exactly.
something with a heavy pattern too it'll take away, right?
Mhm.
Rather than maybe maybe something solid and a nice bright color or something. Mhm.
That's what I recommend. Because then when I go back to edit, because if you for instance, I've had examples where I've had a client, they had like a neon color, it's like green, and it took away from everything, and I had to edit it. So I had to mute the color so much. So definitely a neutral color, and you should be really good. Honestly, you should be all set. Yeah.
All right. And what's your next tip?
So I think I kind of had mentioned this, but just be your most authentic self. If you're for example, for a female, if you typically wear a little bit of makeup, I would kind of keep it consistent. You don't have to get all glammed up. You don't have to go crazy smoky eye kind of thing. Just do what you consider your natural self, honestly. That one was more kind of for the ladies, but I mean, even for guys too, just kind of come to, go to your shoot, just as yourself. Yeah, honestly.
Yeah. And and also you want to probably present yourself, how do you want to present yourself, especially like if you're doing a headshot to your clients, right?
Yeah.
You probably look at Chris back there.
I love that. I really do. That's cool. I like that.
That is pretty cool. All right. And your last tip, Marissa.
So my last tip is to just have fun with it. Enjoy the process. If you have a really cool photographer, you guys can build a really awesome relationship.
Mhm.
Make it fun. It doesn't have to be serious. I'm not taking a mugshot. It's nothing like that. You basically do how do you want to be perceived? Do you want to be seen as lighthearted and fun, or do you want, super serious? I mean, just have fun with it. That's really my last tip, honestly.
Well, that's good. I think it is good that you have a rapport with the photographer, so you feel more comfortable, because it's awkward, right? Chris, you've had photos done. Isn't it kind of weird? You feel a little awkward, just kind of posing. It's not a natural thing.
Oh yeah.
I'm glad you mentioned that, Rocco. And those were great tips, Mo. And if I could throw in a few more, that was an excellent point, Ro. Being comfortable with your photographer so you can let your true self come through. So I've created flyers and so forth, right? And I got to tell you off the rip, one of my biggest pet peeves is old photos. Yes. I should not be editing your headshot from 1990.
Right.
Look like your photo. I mean, I'm sure you guys have gone to a show, and let's say if Aerosmith is using their photo from 1960, it's not the same dude you're gonna see on stage.
I love that you mentioned that, because I just saw him. I literally just saw him live.
But it's so important, and just like the point you brought about, and I guess this kind of leans towards women, but if you're gonna be made up like a model in your headshot, but then I pay a ticket to see you on Saturday night, and you got your hair pulled back and you're in a t-shirt. Well, yo, what happened? And I'm not saying you can't do that. I'm not saying you can't do that, But how about take a headshot with your hair pulled back and your t-shirt?
Right.
You know, because a lot of times maybe you're just on the road working out and you're not going to do the heels and the sequins and the jewelry. I feel that you should have a few different headshots for different occasions. Let's say, I mean, and Rhonda can attest to this. If you're doing a church, you're not going to send the headshot with, you know, the clown nose on, a hat, and cleavage. It just, you know what I mean?
Right.
If I'm doing a corporate, and you know, you saw the headshot I sent you, Ro. It's me in my tux. I got my glasses on, and I'm boom. But if this is the guy coming to talk to Toyota, no, he's not coming. No, we're not doing this.
Yeah, like fill the room out kind of situation.
Yeah, I mean, you should. So that's why it's important to have that relationship with your photographer if you're lucky enough. But I feel that consultation up front, like, yo, let's talk first. Let's talk first about what we're trying to accomplish here. Because if I just show up with 2 different shirts, and I mean, you're not giving me much to work with. I mean, I'm sure Marissa's going to use her magic to give you a few different backdrops or whatever. But if it's just me with the peace sign and one like me, like the dude from Love Boat pointing at the screen, you're not giving yourself a chance. You're not giving yourself variety. And I always tell guys, imagine these are your headshots, and one day this could be on a 40-foot marquee.
Oh yeah.
Now, do you want it? Now, is this the headshot you want? You know, is this the photo? Because the venue is going to say in 2 seconds, yo, you got to send me a photo. We need to put it we need to put it up on the marquee. Like Rhonda knows, like sometimes you book these gigs and they're like, all right, I need the photo in like 10 minutes because we're going to print with the flyer. And just like Marissa says, well, if I send a low quality JPEG, you've just set the project back like a week. Like I know, and I'm not even using like complicated programs to make flyers, but a poor photo can set you back a long time. There's not too much you can do. If I enlarge this, it all of a sudden you become pixelated. Yeah,
you don't realize that until it's time, and then you're left with that, and you don't know what to do with it. So definitely.
Listen, I learned that lesson. Well, it worked out great for me. So I ended up, I had headshots that I was using that were very old. And I got a chance when I started working in Foxborough. I was going to be on a billboard on Route 1. And they were like, we're doing this. Send us the photo. And luckily, I had a photo from a professional photographer. It made a huge difference. And I couldn't even send it in JPEG. There's like other formats. There's a PNG. You can send it as a GIF. Am I right?
Yes.
PNG, yeah.
Yeah, there's other formats. So invest the time, invest the money.
Yeah.
It helps 1,000%.
It does. Thanks, Chris. And thanks, Marissa. Thanks for coming. I know we talked about maybe you doing some headshots with us at our open mic with my co-friend, my co-partner there, Mike Murray, who's going to be coming up next. So we're looking forward to that. Thanks so much for the tip.
Yeah. Hey, Mo, send me your contact information or your portfolio. Of course. I'll look you up.
All right. I'll do it right now.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
That was good. It's good. All right. Are you ready? Here he is.
Well, that worked out.
Are you ready? Deaf until age 40, although sometimes he can't hear me now. I don't know. He had cochlear implants, and now he can hear. That is so cool. He's the co-founder of Funny for Funds, which is an organization that helps people and organizations raise funds using stand-up comedy. This, you guys, is not his first rodeo on Talk is Cheap. He's back. Please welcome Mike Murray.
Niggity Mike.
Oh, sorry.
Niggity Mike.
Oh my gosh.
Is this on?
Yeah, it's on, Mike. It's on. It's
Oh,
on.
this is awesome. Thank you for having me again. I love the nickname Roco. I think I'm going to call you that now. I thought he was calling I was like, what's it got to do with Roku, like the TV thing? And then I finally put it together. Roco.
You thought I was talking about Roku.
Roco, which is awesome. Couple things before I get started. What's the pay for tonight?
The same as last time.
So hand sanitizer.
I know my check better clear.
I just want to make a couple point some things out. First of all, Rhonda, Roco, your eyelashes are on point tonight.
Thank you.
No comment. No comment.
Also, I just want to know, was Corey Manning not available for tonight?
No, it wasn't. Understanding.
Melissa had some great points. And first of all, I really did enjoy that you basically called Chris Tab out on not watching your show, and then he just dropped bombs on you in depth about like the talking and the talking shop with the other comics, which was awesome. And I wish I watched that episode, but I have other things to do on Tuesday nights. But Marissa was amazing. Like Marissa was awesome. The fact that Chris Tab and Marissa were going back and forth, and he was real. It really does. And I'm a big how can I say it? I mess up. I dropped the ball on the headshot thing. My headshots, I do have a couple professional ones, but yes, one is actually black and white. And if you don't give off of your headshot, they'll steal one off the internet.
Oh, it's the worst.
I've
years
done it.
ago, and you look nothing like that person. Like this is my headshot from that I've been using, and it's working really well. And people have been showing up at my show, and they're not laughing as hard. So
you got your book that Fenway.
Yeah. I mean, that's my headshot now, and people feel that it's misleading, but
oh my goodness,
it's what it is. But I'm at the end of
It's
the
definitely
day.
a bit of a letdown.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a letdown when you get on stage.
Higgins doesn't pop up on the screen while I'm here. But that's it. So we're having a good time, and
what's up, Alice Green?
Say hi to Alice, you guys.
AG in the building.
Hey, Alice.
Alice is. I love Alice. And Peter Bianco says hi, Mike.
Peter.
So, oh my goodness. All right, you guys.
Pronounced Peter? I don't know.
It's Peter Bianco.
I know, but Mike was talking about the organization that protects animals.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't think he would appreciate that. So if you could just give him his proper pronunciation, we can all get along as human beings.
The guy was deaf for 40 years. Give him a break.
Ain't got nothing to do with him saying, talking about first.
Hey, so the last time we were all together, we were in the woods. We had a show in the woods because that's how
it was like a scene. It was like a scene from Road Warrior. The little kids were running around like with no shirts on, maniacs, like screaming on the top of their lungs. And then Chris couldn't get through a joke without with the drunk guy trying to take his microphone.
Remember the giant dog? They brought a bear out that looked like a dog.
Rhonda's hair was blowing up from humidity.
Remember, my hair was so big. I couldn't even fit in the car after that.
But that was a good time. I always enjoy working with Chris, and I always like every time I see him. I just keep bringing it up the first time I saw him, and then just been hooked. I saw Chris was pretty much one of the first live shows that I ever, because when I got into comedy, of course, when you start getting into comedy, you see some shows pop up and you go out to watch them. And I went to see it was a Comedy Studio in Boston, which was a really good room to go watch comedy. And I saw him for the first time there, and I never laughed so hard. and I've been just laughing so hard ever since with Chris. And I love working with him. And that's it. It's really cool. It's so great that we all cross paths often, because we do have a lot of fun. We do have a lot of fun. And Chris, last time we were together, you were telling me the story about Monique, how
yeah, man.
And we talked about the room and how you had the opportunity to open for her, but you were having so much fun at the showcase room that you created that you
being Corey Manning. I didn't want to go
with Monique, and so we had jokes about that back and forth. So it's really cool when you get together with guys like Tim who've been in the game for so long and just killing it. You just love picking his brain and just having a good conversation. Sometimes show your guard is up, right? Your guard is up, but you don't want to say certain things. You don't want to. But with Chris, it's just like you could just be yourself and have a good time, and it's just fun. It's just fun, And I just love that. That's it. I'm babbling now because I got a Sharpie.
Did you have coffee? Did you have some coffee or something? Or are you smelling markers?
No, he had a Sharpie. He had a Sharpie.
I almost missed the show tonight. I woke up like at 6:45, and I was like, oh, I thought it was like Wednesday. So but I'm here. And
I'm glad. I'm glad.
Cool. A lot going on.
We had like there are certain people you just love to work with, and we just have as much fun behind the scenes as we do on stage, because it's always fun getting on stage, but when it's fun, behind the stage, that's when it just makes for a great time all around.
Yeah. Example, the other night was at the Cabbage Inn with Paul Nardizzi, absolute rock star. And I'm gonna go up before him, and Paul's a real quiet dude. Doesn't say much at all, keeps to himself. A lot of people misunderstand him. They think because he's quiet. He's like, no, he's just a quiet dude. But he has an incredible sense of humor off stage too. So so I whispered in his ear just before I went up, and you were at the show the other night, and I said, so just as I was going up, I just got introduced. I whispered in Paul's ear. I said, "Good luck following this," and I went up. It was like I just like trying to be cocky to guys like that, and I get such a kick out of it because you see his face. He thinks I'm gonna say something serious, like Right. Hey, have a nice show, buddy. No, it's like, hey, good luck following this.
Well, it speaks to your point of just being on shows with people that you like and you get along with, right? Because sometimes you're on a show and you can't say something like that because we're in such a comedy rich community that you could be on a show with like 9 new guys. And you whisper something like that into one of those guys' ear, and it's like, oh, this Mike Murray's a jerk. Mike Murray killed me last night. He's a jerk. I never want to work with that guy again. So
I love it.
It's refreshing to work with people you like. It's refreshing to work on shows that are set up and run well. And I think that has a lot to do with us being more relaxed backstage or before the show. You know what I mean? So when you work with certain guys and gals, the show's going to be set up right. And, they were thinking comedian first, because if the show's not set up right, we can't do our best. We can't give this audience our best. If the sound isn't right, the light's not right, the room's not set up right, something's just off or whatever. It's always good to just work with folks who know what they're doing, And no shade to, again, we're in a comedy rich community, right? So New England is rich with comedians, and there's probably 100 new guys every day, and 50 of them have rooms, and they're all asking you, come down and do my room. And you want to do it, but you get there and you're not put in a position to do your best.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like this is, and I don't want to be that guy all the time saying, hey, you got to do this, you got to do this, You got 40 people in here, but this is not, something's not right.
It's funny that you say that. It's funny that you say that. Me and Rhonda, we co-host an open mic on Wednesday nights, and we purposely did some things to make that happen. For example, and hopefully it rubs off on the newer guys that end up having rooms. We put a spotlight up. We don't need a spotlight there. We put the spotlight up there so that way the comics would get, and we have like a pep talk before the open mic starts, and we say, hey, look, this is why we're doing what we're doing. We made it a PG open mic so you can work on being clean. If you can be clean, you open all doors for yourself. And then secondly, the spotlight is there so you get you so when you do show up at a show, the spotlight's in your face. You might not be able to see a single person in the audience. So this is a good way to get used to it. And don't put your hand in front of the light like this. Don't look at your watch and say, we'll take care of all that. The audience doesn't know the light is bright. They just want to see your face. Stay in the light. You feel it on your face. Stay in the light. So we give them little tips about the microphone, how to put it back in. This is all behind the scenes, like in another room. And then I say, all right, then we go back in and we say, hey, and it's all basically something that when we all started, we wish that we had.
Yes.
Open mic, you can't see even the comic's face, and everybody's loud. Everybody's talking. There's no etiquette. There's no the host handing you the microphone rather than putting the microphone in the stand. It's little tiny things. And so me and Rhonda, we created a space where it's not only an open mic, but it's almost like how can I say it? It's like it's like a workshop.
You're learning fundamentals, things that you're going to take with you forever.
The basics. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, those are things that I wish, I had to learn by either watching or someone finally saying something to me, or and the whole thing. One of the big things I had that was tough for me was just putting the mic in the mic stand, because all the mics are different, right?
Yeah.
And so some like click in and some slide in, and so
some don't fit at all. Sometimes you'll be in a room where the mic stand doesn't match the mic. Oh, it's like, what? What's happening?
And how many shows you show up and there's a boom mic for the stand, and you can't even move it because your legs are hitting your legs. You can't get the cord with it, and it's like so we carry around our own lights. We carry around our sound, a stool, a stand, just in case the comic, the book when you show up doesn't have these things. They say, what? I got my light in my car. Man,
I just bought my first PA system.
Oh, yay! Me too.
I just kept getting put in these situations where it's like, and especially if you do a private, right? Yeah. I mean, I've shown up as like, well, you don't need a microphone, do you? It's just us. It's just us here, but you
just 150 people.
It makes such a difference, right? It makes such a difference. Like having that microphone. I don't care if because just the sound going over the mic into the PA system makes a huge difference. The sounds. I mean, don't you use sound effects? You use sound effects, Chris, in your jokes. And it just like the way a certain word will hit, those things sound a lot different than if I'm just saying them. And then if you're saying them into a microphone, and it just
voice inflection, tone, and letting people know the show's up here. Because if the people 7 rows back can't hear me, guess what they're going to start doing? Having their own conversation.
Exactly.
So it all counts. The light counts. The show's up here. It gets people's attention focused.
Yes.
It's sort of like going to, we don't always get the benefit of a stage. So at least give me sound. I'm down here on the carpet with everybody else.
Yeah. Yeah.
Give me a mic.
Yeah, it makes a difference. I don't know who this is because it doesn't, I guess the way you're coming through, but it says Facebook user, talking about to be clean.
They're talking about hygiene.
No.
So
they're talking about clean comedy, and that's what we're offering. That's what we're offering at the Park Place Cafe tomorrow night, you guys. We'd love to have you come down at some point, Chris. We'd love to have you there. That would be awesome.
I could
You could ever
definitely use
drop
the
in.
practice. It is an acquired skill, and not that I can't be clean, but you know, a lot of the situations I'm in, I don't get the opportunity, right? Because I've always got my nightclub hat on, but you know, in those opportunities where you have to, you know, I've done corporate, I've done, you know, churchy kind of things. I won't say I've been in a church. I'm not going to say I've been in a church. I've performed for church people, but I've never done it in the church. But, you know, yes, being clean it's a bullet in your gun.
Yeah.
It's a bullet in your gun. And if you've got a clean set in your pocket, it's a beautiful thing. I'm doing a clean show next month that I'm not ready for.
Well, come on to the mic. Yep. Thank you, Peter. Best open mic in Rhode Island. We have the cool thing about this too is we have an audience most of the time.
Yeah.
It's not just a bunch of comics that get together, but we also have people that are there. Actually, Marissa was there. That's how we met. And she was there just to kind of come and watch.
10 to 20 regular people show up. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's been awesome because you get genuine reactions to jokes that you're working on. And so it's really, really, really cool. I'm proud of it. And Chris said, talk about, me and Rhonda done multiple shows inside the church. And they're very, very, like I said, in the beginning, when you first start doing them, but now you look forward to them because here's the weird thing, Chris. You get laughs on things that you normally wouldn't get a laugh on, and so it messes with your head too. So you'll be like, I never, you know, it's just so cool. It's so rewarding that when you get giant laughs and you're in a church and you know you're not crossing any lines, it's just so rewarding, and I'm beginning to enjoy it much more than I mean, we've done how many together? Tons. And they get easier and easier. They really
I think Mike's about to join the church.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. All right, you know what? You know what time it is? It's my favorite.
What time is it?
It is. It's time for You've Got Game. And today's game is Candy is Dandy. That's right.
I thought that was going to say you got served. Man, I was about to jump up and take my shirt off and start breakdancing. Did you see you got served with B2K? I was about to kill it. I was like, I know she ain't talking about you got served. What?
No. So are you ready? Are you ready? Because when we play our game, we have to have the incredible, the phenomenal scorekeeper. Let's play. Oh, Chris Tabb's comedy. Forrest friend. That's awesome. Finally made it to talking sheep. That's right. Finally made it.
I don't know if you guys watch wrestling, but I feel like scorekeeper is related to Bray Wyatt.
I don't watch wrestling. No idea who that is at all. Oh my gosh.
All right, I'm ready.
Are you ready? All right. What you're going to have to do, you remember how to type in your name? I mean, type in your answers. Do you remember?
Yep.
Oh, no, I don't know how to. What do I got to do? Wait a minute.
Gosh,
is it on the chat?
This, Chris Tab. So remember where your name is?
It's my first time on the show. Why are you swinging at me? Why are you coming at me? Why are you coming at me, though?
Chat, Chris, listen to me. Listen. Okay, listen. So where your name is, where you are at the bottom, you know, your little picture in the picture, and then there's a little microphone and the three dots, and you can change your name. You know how you can change your name? That's where you're going to type your answers in. Where it says edit name at the bottom of the screen. I know we went over this. I know.
Hold on a second.
Gosh, Chris Tab, honestly.
I'm telling you, I ain't got it. Wait, is it where your name is? Ah, you know what happened? Because I was in full screen
Oh,
mode.
you're in full screen mode.
Oh,
Yeah.
now all of a sudden everybody want to be like apologizing. Oh, we're on an apology tour now. Oh.
I don't think so. All right, you ready? All
so
right,
I'm
let's
gonna
go.
type. I'm typing my answer in where my
type
name
in
is.
your answer right in where you would edit your name. Yes.
Okay, let's
All
go.
right.
Let's go.
You
bro.
are playing for. Ready? The very coveted Rhonda Corey Comedy Hand Sanitizer 100% clean comedy, 100% clean and sanitized hands. This prize is valued at $5,500. That's not the Rhonda Corey Comedy Hand Sanitizer, Mike Murray. All right, ready? Let's get your first clue. Bring up the first image, Alex. Oh
my God.
What kind of candy do we see here? Type in your answers. Of course, everybody, I want you to play along. You guys that are in the audience, please play along. We love it when you do. All right. Let me know when you've typed your answers in. All right. Chris, you just have to type your answer in and then hit save. All right. Ready? Reveal your answers. All right. I can't see it. All right. Let's see. The grossest candy on the planet, candy corn. Oh, did you say candy corn?
Candy corn.
Candy corn.
Don't give me none of that candy corn.
And
you gotta say it right.
Candy corn.
You gotta say it right. Don't bring none of that candy corn around here.
So do you like? So obviously you don't like it.
Give it to Chris because he was more creative in his answer. But I'll be ready now. I'll be ready this time because I'm going to stay ready so I don't have to get ready.
Wow. Okay.
Call the call.
Let me tell you this. Candy corn should be banned on 3 continents. Get ready. Candy corn needs to be banned on 3 continents.
All right. Tom Boy said it's candy corn. And so did, Jennifer said so too. So did Peter. So did Alice. We gave you an easy one. And so did Tom. Oh, Tom, you're writing corny candy. All right. Oh, see, Tess loves it. Alice loves it. I do too. I haven't eaten any this year because I'll eat the whole bag and then get sick to my stomach. I actually like the pumpkins. You know, the little pumpkins that are like, whatever.
Rhonda, you getting sick to your stomach has nothing to do with eating the whole bag. You could eat 2. It's the grossest candy on the planet. It's horrible.
I'm sorry. All right, let's bring up the next one.
Hey, Rhonda, when you were a kid, did you ever play with those little plastic army men?
No.
Oh, guess what they made those army men into?
Out of the candy corn.
Candy corn.
All right. You guys typing in your answer here. What do we have here? I have to make sure I have my notes. All right.
My screen's lagging,
your
but
answer.
I'm gonna try to get it in here.
All right. See if we can get it in there. Come on, Chris Tab. The grossest candy. So sad. All right. Are you ready? Okay. Let's see. Chris Tab says that sexy, silky, Milky Way. Wow, you made that sound even better. Just a Milky Way. And let's see. Let's see what our audience says.
If somebody said 3 Musketeers, boot them out of the show.
Twix bar. No.
Out of the show.
Milky Way for Alice Green. A bar, Tom? Really? You're gonna be all generic? Snickers? Wow. Really? Did you see any peanuts? No.
Wow.
The answer is a Milky Way.
Peter, that's wrong, Peter. Peter, that's wrong, Peter.
You sound like Edith. All right. Are you ready? Are you ready for your next clue?
I'm Chris. Mike.
Let's get ready. Oh, a little tricky one. We're putting a little tricky one in there.
Ooh.
What could it be? What could it be? What looks like in there? All right, type in your answers. Let's see how well you know your candy. Okay, ready? Let's reveal.
That one's tricky. That one's tricky.
I know it's tricky. Let's see. Mike said it's Mr. Good Bar. And let's say Mr. Good Bar, baby. And guess what? I'll tell you if you're right in a minute. Tess, is that a crunch?
Oh, there it is.
Good Bar.
Oh no,
That's
crunch!
how you trick
Good
them.
Bar.
I didn't think of crunch. It might be crunch.
Ooh. You know what the correct answer is?
The scorekeeper's putting up pictures of smooth criminal impersonators. That was either an outtake from a Michael Jackson video or the Blues Brothers. I'm not sure what that picture was.
The correct answer.
He's handling America's Cup.
Mr. Goodbar, you are both absolutely correct.
Ooh.
All right.
Let's go, baby.
Let's go. Let's bring up your next clue. Let's get ready. Let's get ready.
Make the sunrise.
Oh. Ooh, what is that? Oh, I could go for that right now. You guys like candy? Because I love it. Love it. Love it. Tescott, your country has some different candy, huh? You know what? Tell your brother that because we have a joke about candy in your country. I'm just saying. All right. How we doing, Chris Tab?
My screen's lagging. Hold on.
All right. He's got a lagging screen.
Oh man.
Lagging. It's lagging. I can hear like the feedback. Can you hear the feedback? Nothing yet. Did you type it in?
Yeah, I'm hitting save, but it's not.
Okay. All right. Hit save. All right. We got you. All right. Ready? Let's see. You will get a punch if you touch my Nestle Crunch. Mike also said it was a crunch. Not
He didn't say Nestle though. He didn't say Nestle.
Well, it's up to the scorekeeper how the scorekeeper wants to score.
Look at the package, scorekeeper. Look at the package. Let's not play with it. Look at the package, yo.
It's a crunch bar. It's a crunch bar.
Yo, don't make me start a boycott.
Jennifer also says crunch bar. Oh, Peter said it's a Nestle's crunch bar.
That's what I'm
Nestle
talking about.
Crunch.
It's Nestle, the
Tess
official
said
title.
crunch bar. Oh, a crisp. No, it's a crunch bar.
Ooh, crisp.
You're booted out of the show, Sharon. Sorry. You gotta go,
goodness.
Sharon. We really sorry.
Well, you are both absolutely correct. That's what I'm saying.
Here's a parting gift, Sharon. It's a bar of soap with a hair on it.
You did say crunch bar.
You gotta say Nestle, bro. That's the official title.
It's not according to the scorekeeper. It's crunch bar.
You know what? If he holds up another clothespin, I'm coming through the screen. Clothespins down low. People don't use those no more. We got electric dryers. Stop it.
Hey.
Oh, yes.
I want official titles.
All right, you better put yours up. Oh, this definitely has a name brand. This is no generic. This is no generic brand. Oh yes. Are you ready? Are you ready, Chris Tab? Almost.
Hold on.
I'm holding.
Hold on. You know I'm stealing internet right now. Stop it.
That's your problem. I figured.
Be patient with me.
You know what? You need to tell your neighbors to shut their stuff off.
That's
So
what
we
I'm
can
saying.
get
They
this-
over there trying to watch old episodes of Game of Thrones while I'm over here trying to be on Talk is Cheap. No respect. That's the problem right now. There's no respect, yo. They knew I was going to be on TV. Come on, man.
All right, let's see. Reese's peanut butter cup. Oh, a Roco bar. Yeah.
Wow.
You're not wrong. Reese's.
You're a lot of things, Roco. Peanut butter cup ain't one of them.
That is my favorite.
Yeah.
And Mike knows that. That is my weakness.
I would never refer to you as my little peanut butter cup.
Well, I thank you for that.
You might be my little Malamar, but you ain't my little peanut butter cup.
Chris, Peter says you're on AOL dial-up.
Completely.
Now that's
Don't
funny.
hate on me, Peter. I'm a throwback, bro. I'm a throwback. What?
That's funny.
Because I like my stuff original? What? Why you hating? It's Throwback Tuesday. It's Throwback Tuesday. We're all on AOL. You should hear my fax noises over here. It's crazy. It's a lot of ringing.
Listen, Reese's Cup. Let me ask you, you guys in the audience too. Reese's Cup. Would you consider that to be part of the candy bar family? Is it the candy? Because we had a little argument, didn't we, Chris Tab? We had
a huge argument about it.
Yeah, we did.
And most of these people better give the right answer. I mean, they're sitting over there watching old episodes of the Flintstones and aren't connected to what we're doing here in this time in society. They don't even know that the peanut butter cup has changed packaging at least 4 times in its great history. They don't know what's going on. Every time they go into 7-Eleven, they never look down at the candy right below them. You know what I mean? They're coming in, they get their cheap cup of coffee and moving on. They don't know nothing about that. Now, Cowtails, I can get down with. The original, what? Let's go. Scorekeeper just earned a few points with you. The scorekeeper just earned a few points. If you got some fresh Cowtails, fresh ones.
Oh, Cowtails.
Oh, don't have nobody.
Reese's Cups?
Don't have nobody give you a stale Cowtail. You'll knock the baby's teeth out with those. Make sure your Cowtails are fresh. They gotta be fresh. If your Cowtail came from the bottom of your Nana's pocketbook, put it back. You don't want that one. You want fresh ones. When you hold it up, it shouldn't stand out stiff. It's not a Slim Jim. All right? When you hold it up, it shouldn't stand up like a Slim Jim. It should slowly bend over in slow motion and do that matrix bend. That's how you know you got a fresh one, baby. Let's go.
Oh, Sharon said that's cow steel.
Oh, Sharon is down on points. She's minus points right now. Sharon's minus points. She is not one to go steal out of a Tedeschi's, okay? Yo, Sharon, go in there and shoplift me some candy. She gonna come back with peppermints. What the hell is this? You bring me back peppermints? I told you to go in and get me candy. You brought me back a fistful of peppermints? What's wrong with you? You brought me back art candy.
Alice says that she uses clothespins to hang our laundry today, Chris. So
listen, Alice.
Don't mess with. Do not.
Alice, if I catch you at Halloween taking clothespins and clipping a dish towel to your back and talking about your Wonder Woman, you're not allowed to join this podcast anymore. I know that's what you're over there doing.
Sorry, Alice.
Alice is
out of his mind. She likes the candy apple flavored Cowtails.
Listen, Alice still has macaroni glued to paper plates on a refrigerator. Stop it. Stop it.
I love Alice. Alice, I love you. All right. Ready? We're going to do
Alice is great. Al Green. She's Al Green, one of my favorite R&B gospel singers of all time. So she has the name of Al Green. Alice is okay. She can stay here.
7.
Is that a Wonder Woman cup or is that a Wonder Woman action figure? What's going on?
That's a cup. It looks like a cup. Wonder Woman cup. All right, you ready?
How many movies has the scorekeeper been to where he came out with commemorative cups? Jesus. It's a bit much.
I love Chris. How did you know Mike? So Mike and I we actually live in Rhode Island together, Alice, and Chris is in Massachusetts, and we've gotten to work together. We've gotten to share the stage together. All right, you guys are writing in your answers. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm going to tell you a little secret about these. If you want to level these to another level, I can show you how. I can just change your life just by doing this.
Listen,
right.
can I say this about this particular candy? It
Maybe.
shouldn't be priced as other candy is priced. It's only 2 ingredients, light as a feather. I mean, you're not getting the same weight as you're getting in like a Snickers or something.
Yeah, I agree.
This candy kind of cheats you out of stuff, for real.
It does. Like, you're not getting caramel. You're not getting any kind of nuts or anything like that.
Listen, when you're going this hard with just nougat, it's no, absolutely not. Not with just nougat. No. Just nougat candy is horrible.
You got your answer typed in there, Mr. Nougat.
Oh, I typed my answer in as if you bought one of these on the island of Jamaica.
Okay. All right, let's reveal their answers.
You have to pronounce it right.
All right, so we got Three. It's Three Musketeers. Did I say it right?
You want a Three Musketeers? Why you want a Three Musketeers? Is that what you want, Rhonda?
Three Musketeers. Yep.
Why you want a Three Musketeer? You want a tree?
Okay, my son cannot handle this. All right, so let me tell you something. This is how you step up your Three Musketeer game. All right, you ready?
Are you about to give us something like when you step up your game with ramen noodles?
No.
You're about to give us a Three Musketeers hack?
Yeah, I am. If you freeze them, they will. It's a whole different candy bar. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Would you say put them in the freezer?
Yeah, you freeze them.
Now I got to use like my house to make these better. I can't just buy one out of the store. Now I got to take it home. I got to take it home and prepare it. I got to take these home.
Oh my gosh! All right, you guys, let's see.
Guys, I gotta get home. I gotta prepare the Three Musketeers. No, I can't even hang out tonight. I bought a couple of Three Musketeers.
You guys are all right in the audience. All right, what's the final score, scorekeeper? Let's see. The final score.
Is the scorekeeper over there doing dope? Like, why are all those pills? What's going on? It looks like
Chris, you are the official winner. I don't know. I think those were Smarties. Actually, you've been counting.
Are you sure?
You are the official winner.
Are you sure?
It's amazing.
I want my hand sanitizer.
It might happen. It might happen. All right, let's see who's on our show next week. Ready?
I don't know where he's getting these little packs from. It looks like I'm a musclehead in the gym. He's got all his little pills in a pack. I got to take them together with water.
Oh my goodness. All right, next Tuesday we have the very funny Prince of Mystery, Skip Daniels, and joining him will be Mike Cronin. And back to give us some pro tips will be Tess Scott. Don't miss next Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern.
Did I not mention Tess Scott as one of my favorite guests? Did I not?
You did. You just
did. So am I the catalyst for getting her on the next episode? No, you don't have to answer. It's fine. I don't need it. I don't need the credit, Rocco. I'm just saying, if I'm going to be booking your guests, I mean, I think a check should be in the mail. That's all I'm saying.
You wait for that check, Chris. Chris, it's been great having you, as it has been great having you, Mike Murray, the scorekeeper. Marissa, thanks for popping in and giving us those great pro tips. Thank you, Alex, for producing the show, and for Chewy for staying asleep. All right, episode.
How old is that bazooka gum he's got there? How old is that bazooka gum?
140 is out. You guys can hang around if you want.
I will hold. don't amount to nothing.